Louth and Meath ETB is one of the largest education providers in Louth and Meath. In the further education services, we provide services to over 18,000 learners every year. The Regional Skills Forum approached us to run an Explore programme. This programme was aimed at learners in small businesses who hadn't engaged with learning before. We approached the companies and put the idea to them. We agreed with them that we would be as flexible as possible, because that's quite important. If it's a small business, they can't always release learners. This programme allowed us to see how flexible we could be. We would work with small numbers of people, which would give them a chance to take their time and to engage better with the programme. The beauty of this programme as well is it gave them all a free iPad that the employees could work on and take home and practice on at home. A lot of the employees might have been scared of engaging with technology for the first time, so this programme allowed them to do that.
The main issue with people that have low digital skills is their confidence. One of the first things was to actually see what level they were currently at and what they needed and how digital skills may help them in their working environment. Everybody was aiming towards the end project, to present something to their employers in the form of a PowerPoint presentation, to basically incorporate all the skills that were taught to them during the Explore project, to get them working together and to get them using technology, thinking about what they want to say, putting in text, developing slides, going around the companies maybe taking pictures of different things they want to say within the slides. So it took a little bit of work, but they were all very, very good. It was like something that could have been given by a professional speaker.
The difference in the Explore programme that worked so well was the flexibility of the programme. The trainer and the mentor that were involved with the individuals were able to spend a little bit more time and really bring the programme around to their needs. We, as educators, normally are working by scripts and by exams and by levels and modules. This one just gave us a huge breadth of, really, I suppose, just flexibility. Lower skilled workers are not even thought about sometimes in the company's needs analysis when they're looking at training. And they could be there 30 years and they probably know more about the company than the higher skilled or the middle management in there. I just thought it was a great opportunity and a great name of a programme to explore someone's talent and get into their own personal lives and help them, I suppose, grow and bring them on a journey that they really will have huge benefits on. Our trainers would go in and they drew up an individual plan with the learner, and they looked at what they do in work, how they feel about work, what did they feel they brought to the workplace. And that was a learning in itself, because when you sit down with somebody that's been in the workforce for about 30 years and you realise how experienced they are, but there's such a lack of confidence, it was our job to try and get that confidence, to build that into them. It was really a holistic point of view we took. So we developed them as people, and we also developed them within the digital world. So we marry the two. We can go into a company and we can talk them through a training needs analysis, and we can deliver anything that the employer needs. We have 16 ETBs in the country, and we provide services from 4 years of age up to pension age. The Explore programme has been a great experience for KWTB, and it's also been a learning curve for how many people lower skilled are out there and how much we can do for them.
What I was asked to do on the Explore project was along the lines of communication skills and personal development. We worked together on various aspects of the project work that they were asked to carry out. So we went about that by saying what best practice was, first of all, and what they liked about working there. And from a well-being point of view, it jogs the memory of the employees to say, well, we do actually like X, Y, and Z, but it's just this particular part that we feel could be improved. And finding language that could frame what they were requesting in a way that was positive. The personal development part was interesting for me because it evolved out of the project, being listened to, and not only being listened to, but your suggestions being acted upon. That all feeds into wellness at work and being heard and feeling valued. I think the Explore project in general is something like a leap of faith. It's a hugely interesting exercise. It's out of the ordinary. It's not something we would encounter as tutors every day, but it was hugely rewarding to be part of something different.
Working on the Explore programme has been a very good experience. It's great to develop these new working relationships with employers because we do need to do more of that. It's also great for learners to learn about what NMETB can offer them. They learn about the other programmes that we provide, such as literacy, and we'll go home and talk about that, and then we get referrals from somebody wanting literacy support. So it's very good. It's not just the person who's sitting there in front of you on the Explore programme, it's when they go home and spread the word.
Some people feel like they're on the ground floor and they kind of feel like, well, my position at the minute is where it is and it's very difficult for me to progress. Whereas with education, people kind of feel more confident in their own abilities. So it's not just the training that you're giving them, it's the way that they feel they've learned something that they can progress. With the Explore project, bringing that into the work environment is even better again. You can go to an employer and say, well, what skills would you like your employees to have? If your employee wants to become a line supervisor, how will they get there? What do you need them to have to get there? So we can deliver all that in a working environment. It's never going to be a disadvantage for an employer to have an employee that's better trained than the previous you were.